In 1889, Vincent van Gogh sat in an asylum and looked out his window into the night sky. In a letter to his brother Theo, Vincent wrote, "This morning I saw the countryside from my window a long time before sunrise, with nothing but the morning star." That same year, he would paint Starry Night from that inspiration. While in his life he would receive no acclaim for the painting, years later Starry Night is one of, if not the most popular painting in the world. Van Gogh painted the world as he saw it. Colors bend, bleed, and interweave with one another, and to this day, it is still a masterclass in painting. Now you may be asking yourself, Sam, why are you talking about a painting? You can't paint! First of all, hurtful. Second of all, much like the painting Starry Night, the game Elden Ring, developed by the amazing From Software, was released this week, and its gameplay is like the Starry Night of video games. It is a wonderful dance of combat, music, bosses, environments, blending together to create a masterpiece waiting to be explored. And that's what I want to talk about today. Elden Ring and exploration. I don't think I'm alone when I say that these past 2 years have felt like a prison sentence. The world had to go on pause, and in many ways, we were locked in our own metaphorical assignments. The difference between our window and Van Gogh's is that our window can take us anywhere. It can take us to friends, family, other worlds, even other universes. Imagine, if you will, the night sky of Paris. A cold wind blows across the sky and carries the scent of morning dew, while stars illuminate the darkened buildings. Now imagine you're sitting in your room. The world feels frozen in time, and as your computer finishes downloading Elden Ring, you load in. At first, this world feels like more of the same. It's cold and broken, very few inhabitants, and they aren't the most friendly toward you. Your first fight might fill you with frustration as you wake up against the wet floors of a damp cave. You compose yourself, optionally do the tutorial, and stride toward the large doors that await you. A marble elevator raises you up and away from the cave to another grand set of doors, and with bated breath, you push the door open. And then it hits you. The light of the trees, the grand sweeping landscape, the glowing torches and beacons that illuminate this already glowing world. Birds roost on rocks and deer run freely through the grass as a sentinel stands watch. This is how you introduce a world. We are now in the same position as Van Gogh, artists of our own adventures, and what we do with this window into another world is our choice. In this section, I would like to talk about my personal experiences with exploration during my playthrough so far. Once I had reached the point where I was no longer maidenless, I realized that there were no barriers, no limits to what I may be able to accomplish. Very often, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro have been called trial and error style games, but I don't think that's true. You can beat most of the encounters that you come across in any of these games on the first try if you have the patience and focus for it. Now, I am most certainly not skilled enough to beat most encounters on my first try. The bosses are a prime example of how Elden Ring is most definitely not trial and error gameplay. Several of the bosses only took me 1 or 2 attempts because of how well designed they were. The attacks are well telegraphed, engaging, and threatening. Does that mean that the boss fights are easy? No, of course not. Does that mean they were fun? Absolutely. I'd like to finish this video off by saying, exploration in Elden Ring is so magical because it is seamless. If you want to go somewhere, go there. Go and paint your own view from the window. After all, the only thing stopping you is you. And that guy. Good luck! Thank you very much for watching my video. I appreciate all feedback, negative and positive. Feel free to leave a comment, like, dislike, and if you do comment, I will be sure to respond to it. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next video.